Marketers have a lot of channels to pay attention to, and the number only seems to be growing. Well, what if you could connect all your channels and see them in real time, along with what needs attention and even how to fix it, all in one place? Welcome to One Amazing Thing About Dojo AI. Today, we're talking with DG, co founder and co CEO at Dojo AI, and he's going to be sharing one amazing thing about their platform with us today. DG, welcome to the show.
Thanks very much, Greg. Happy to be here.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing this in action. Before we do, though, why don't you give a little background on yourself and your role at Dojo AI?
I will do. I can start from my background. I came from the world of marketing for Fortune 100s. I did that for over a decade in places like Coca-Cola and Sky, where I saw the difficulties that big companies have in running effective and efficient marketing. But it was only when I transitioned, started working with startups and scale-ups as a consultant, that I really saw the pain of smaller teams with less resources, less money to throw at problems, but much more pressure to grow. Uh, Again, not having a hold of their marketing data, not being able to act on it, having really long iteration cycles, having to manually glue pieces of data together in spreadsheets. And the same is happening today with smaller brands trying to DIY their way into AI, right? And they're still kind of manually doing it, which opens itself for error. There's no QA, and it's just a disaster waiting to happen. So for me, that was an epiphany I had about 2 years ago with my co-founder. My co-founder, his background was in running big AI and data teams
Got it.
in a couple of tech unicorns for, again, almost 2 decades. And when we joined hands, it was like these two worlds collided, marketing and AI.
Yeah.
And it seemed like the perfect storm. We were perfectly placed in the zeitgeist to enjoy the tailwinds of an advancing technology. And that's when we started building Dojo as essentially the first AI marketing operating system. And these are big kind of buzzwords that don't necessarily mean much, but think of it this way. What if you had one tool with all of your marketing data, all of your marketing and brand context that was constantly pulling it, constantly learning, constantly improving, constantly iterating, and have giving you the intelligence to understand everything that's happening in your marketing always on, but also the capacity to act on it via agentic AI. That's what Dojo is.
Yeah, love it. Well, yeah, let's why don't we take a look? Do you want to what are you going to show us today? Maybe give us a little preview of what you'll walk through, and then we'll take a look.
Of course. So what I'm going to show you today is essentially a few things you can do with
Yeah.
Dojo. Um, Dojo is an incredibly comprehensive tool. There's a lot you can do with it. Um, that means it has a system of agents that encompass everything from paid media to organic social to AEO to SEO to brand monitoring and reputation tracking. You have a co-pilot that orchestrates all of the agents to work together. That's the sensei. You can open chats with them. You'll have suggested prompts of things you can do with it. You'll have a quick fire mode for fast chat and to avoid deep thinking
Mm,
um, um, and longer wait times.
okay.
Most importantly, you've got dashboards. These live dashboards, they show you everything ad, um, from ads to SEO to AEO to social media to website. And this is more than just an integrated dashboard, which has been kind of a holy grail for marketers for a long time. But we decided not just to give them that, a fully integrated dashboard, but an integrated dashboard that you can speak to and that speaks
Mm,
back. And this isn't just about asking, what is what is the orange line, or what are the what is this bar chart about? No, it's asking deep questions like, I can see that my CTR has gone down and then remained stable for a while. How do I get it back up? It's about questioning,
Mm.
saying, I can see that there is something here that I want to understand.
Yeah.
Help me understand it, but then also help me fix it, right? How do I improve? How do I get it better? And you will see the thought process of the agents while they investigate the data, right? Dojo is connected through first party APIs to your Google Search Console, your Google Analytics 4, your Google Ads, your LinkedIn ads, your Meta ads, your Facebook page, your Instagram page, your Twitter, right? It pulls all of the data from these platforms. At the same time, it has its own data sources for SEO and for AEO, right? Traffic, keywords, SERP, backlink, AI search volume. It has all of that data. So if you have other tools, you can shut them down. At the same time, Dojo actually goes and prompts the LLMs at scale. So it goes to ChatGPT, it goes to Gemini, it asks a bunch of questions a bunch of different times. So it gets enough data about it.
Yeah.
So you can brainstorm like that. At the same time, obviously, it can give you ad hoc reports.
Yeah.
It can investigate brand reputation, as I said. It also has workflows. These are incredibly advanced workflows, multi-agent, multi-step, multi-tool, and we've built them for you so that you don't have to. So all of those intricate things that go-to-market engineers build with the help of Claude Code and probably a couple of developers, we've built that into the product,
Nice.
right? So with one click, you can run these, and they range from AEO workflows, things like, I want to audit my competitor AI search citation. I want to create a marketing report with looking at all of my channels. And you can run them, or you can schedule
Mm.
them. You can schedule them to run every day at the same time, or weekly, Tuesday, monthly, on the 6th at the same time, right?
Yes.
And Dojo runs while you're asleep. So you don't have to have your computer open. You don't have to wait for it to finish. Some of these workflows take 90 minutes. Some of them take 120 minutes, like this one. This content audit, Dojo's agents will basically list all of the URLs on your website, read all of the content, fact check them against changes in regulation,
Mm.
greenwashing claims, broken links, SEO, tone of voice, positioning changes. Anything that you want to
Wow.
check it against, it can do that for you. It'll run for 120 minutes. But again, do it, schedule it for every Monday at 9 a.m. And once you open the computer, it's ready to go.
Nice.
Other examples include content creation, performance marketing, things like audits, campaign setups, reports, but also it helps sales teams with prospecting, with buying committee signal detection, with lead enrichment, with CRM funnel analysis. All of that is covered by Dojo. So it's a truly horizontal tool within marketing and growth.
Nice. Nice.
Let me show you one example. So I was running here an advanced AEO workflow that I've clicked on. It started pulling in, you could see the SEO AEO agent here, generating prompts, then going into the different LLMs, prompting them, coming back with data. And the same thing here for example, an annual marketing report, looking at everything. You'll be able to download the report, share it, but most interestingly, you can just come to the chat and say, please give me this report in a shareable HTML interactive on brand to share with my CEO.
Nice. So no more having to copy and paste out into PowerPoint and, and stuff like that. So yeah, nice.
No more. No more. It'll give you that interactive HTML link. You'll be able to share it with whoever you want, and they will be clicking around, actually interacting with a live report. And this is completely tailored to your own needs, right? So what Dojo is in essence is this kind of this digital twin and this second brain for your whole marketing op,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Any issues you have, you can stay on top of. Any opportunities that appear, you can jump on immediately. And you can do that with the assurance that all the data is QA. Is QA.
Yeah.
There are no hallucinations. There are no um, there's no human error associated with it. But there is still human in the loop. This isn't a tool trying to replace marketers or trying to be a kind of fully autonomous system that you just plug into your startup and you don't need to hire a marketing team. On the contrary, this is built for enterprise teams. This is built for teams that need to use Dojo for different use cases and that want to 10x their effectiveness and honestly their efficiency.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean, this is, I mean, lots of things jump to mind, but I mean, one is just teams are still they're jumping from platform to platform. And so, something like this that's able to tie all those things together, can be incredibly powerful. I also think, you can ask ChatGPT for advice on how to do marketing. You can even give it some background on your org, but it doesn't have this depth of data. So in other words, being able to not only have the depth, have the breadth across channels and platforms and all that, and then be able to get actionable recommendations that are actually based on your data, not some theoretical, okay, you're a retailer and I'm making up some general recommendations. Like that seems really, really powerful.
And by the way, this is the true differentiator when you have a tool like Dojo. It's the fact that Dojo has been trained to understand things like ROAS,
Yeah.
like how to measure brand awareness, how to do lead enrichment. All of these use cases, they're not reliant on you, on how you prompt the machine.
Yeah.
No, you speak to Dojo as you'd be speaking to a human being. Dojo knows who it is, what it needs to do. It has the frameworks, it has the knowledge graph, it has the data. It is assisted. All of the agents are assisted by a coding agent, a state of the art coding agent, the same you'd have with Cloud Code, right? That actually pulls the raw data from all of your channels. It codes through it, it normalizes it, structures it, compares it as apples to apples. So you suddenly have this Oracle type
Yeah.
tool that actually looks at all of your marketing channels and can build funnels, can build customer journeys, can understand cross channel opportunities and optimization, and can tell you how, when you're building something in Google Ads, you should actually not just be looking at Google Ads. You should be looking at GA4. You should be looking at
Mm.
GSC. You should be looking at what your competitors are saying online. You should be going into forums, communities, Reddits, and reading what people say about your brand. All of that contextual information should be used when you're creating a new Google Ads campaign.
Yeah.
That's what Dojo will give you.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it.
So, as you can see, the report that Dojo published has now been sent into an interactive HTML that you can share with whoever you want. And you could come here, publish it, link to click to clipboard copied, and you can simply open it in a new tab.
Nice.
And here you go, a
Nice. So
fully
this is the
enter-
this is the interactive HTML you asked for, right?
That's
Yeah.
correct. It took Dojo what, 3 minutes? This is a
Yeah.
full report that you can share with whoever you want in your own organization. And you can do this for pretty much everything.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. Love it.
You.
Yeah, yeah, love it. Well, DG, thanks so much for joining today. I'm sure there's lots more to look at here, but if people do want to take a look and learn more, what's the best thing for them to do?
The best thing for them to do is to head to dojoai.com and click on book a demo. And they will book a demo with me directly. I will show them the tool and they can get started in the space of 24 hours. Our onboarding is seamless, one click API integrations, and which is something that over my whole marketing career, I've never really encountered before. Seamless integration in a MarTech tool.
Yeah, right, right. Same. So that's great. Well, again, I'd like to thank DG, co-founder and co-CEO at Dojo AI, for joining the show. You can learn more about DG and Dojo AI by following the links in the show notes.